Students, today I am going to explain you about your winter vacation work. This is the topic from the same chapter, that is solution and suspension. The topic is the mole friction. Firstly, I am going to explain you that what is mole friction. Mole friction of an of any compound in a solution is the number of mole of the compound divided by total number of mole makes up a solution, and it is denoted by that of x. X is its representation. This is the formula: x solute is equals to moles of solute upon total moles of solution. X solvent is equals to moles of solvent upon total moles of solution, divided by total moles of solution. Now we will talk about the suspension. What is suspension? Firstly, over here you will see the two test tube in which there is a particles are visible to us, that is called as suspension. Solution, the solute is completely dissolved in that of solvent, is called as solution. But if the solute is not completely dissolved but a solid particle will remain in it, so it is called as suspension. Normally the suspension, different types of suspension we are using as a medicine, so we should shake them so the particle will distributed particle will spread it in all of that of the solvent. So this is called as the suspension. This is another example of suspension: a mixture in which the solid particles are large enough to be seen. Solid particles are not completely dissolved and they are visible to you. This is called as the suspension. Now we will talk about some of the differences between solution and suspension. Solution are homogeneous, suspension are heterogeneous. So the solution are homogeneous means both are same, both will be dissolved, but they are suspension are the heterogeneous. Particles are evenly dispersed. Particles dispersed is not even. Particle size is less than 1 nanometer. Particle size is greater than 1000 nanometer. Solution and the solvent are in the same phase. Suspension particles, suspended particle can be in a different phase than the medium. Transparent, since there is no scattering of light. Cloudy, since light is scattered and reflected. Example include NaCl in water and sugar in water. Example include milk of magnesium, magnesia soaked in air. Suit in air. These are the examples of these, some of the examples of solution suspension. These are the differences between solution and suspension. Now we will talk about one more thing, that is percentage. What do you mean by the percentage? This is based on the mass or volume of a compound of solution. It is a 4-type: percentage, mass upon mass upon volume, volume upon mass, volume upon volume. That is depending on the solute and the solvent which is making the solution. You will see over here mass upon mass denoted by m upon m, mass upon volume denoted by m upon v, volume upon volume is denoted by v upon v, and volume upon mass is denoted by v upon. We'll talk about the Henry's law. The solubility of a gas dissolved in a liquid is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas above the liquid. It is represented by m is equals to Kp, here m is equals to amount of the gas dissolved, K is the constant, and P is the pressure of the gas. Now we will talk about some of the examples of suspension in our daily life. Number 1, that is smoke. A suspension of the particle of the carbon in the gas or air is the example of smoke. Mud, slime, a suspension of a fine particle of solid in a small quantity of liquid is example of slime or mud. Number 3rd, that is foam. Foam is a two-phase system in which the gas air phase is dispersed in a small amount of liquid water containing continuous phase. This is the foam. And last example is the emulsion. What is emulsion? An emulsion is a thermodynamically unstable system consisting of at least two immiscible liquid phases, one of which is dispersed as a globules in the other liquid phase. Means one both are of liquid phase. One is suspended as a globules in the other, so it is called as the emulsion. These are the examples of some of these suspensions which are using in our daily lives. Now this is the work which you have to complete in your copy. These are the 3 questions which you have complete in your chemistry copy. Thank you.